we supposed to be looking for, anyway?
A car.
I know that.
Look, I was planted in the same mushroom patch as you, remember?
Here we go.
You got that photo? There we go.
No, this is Ned.
Oh, you better tell Ben and Joe.
250 to 208.
Got a Ford Courier coming through.
Nice.
Disregard this vehicle, please.
Received 250.
Oh, that was exciting. First thing that's happened in 2 hours, and it turns out to be a dud.
And to think this is peak hour.
Sarge?
That's it. Call it through.
208, the target vehicle should be approaching your location shortly.
Received that. You see anything?
No? Can't even hear it.
The on time is 208 to 250. The target vehicle has
Not past our location.
Received 208. Just stay where you are. We'll be there in a sec, okay?
Copy that, 250.
Where's the driver?
We don't know, we just got here.
Shit.
Do you want us to do a search? Bernie?
Oh, whole bloody lot. Gone.
What was she carrying?
See?
We saw her drive past.
Exactly. Your job was to watch this car to make sure nothing like this happened. Mine was to worry about what she was carrying. Now tell me, genius. Who's not doing their job properly? So what do you got, genius?
Well, it wasn't cut recently, that's for sure.
Just been dragged across. What do you want us to do?
Why do you say that?
Because the other car got through. A couple of minutes ahead.
Got a car? Did you get the rego?
No, it was a red Ford Courier.
You didn't take the rego?
No, it wasn't part of the brief.
Are you really this stupid, Constable, or are you just pretending?
Hey, he's right, Benny. We weren't asked to take rego details. In fact, if we'd had a better briefing on this, none of this would have happened.
Gallagher, you know me better than that.
I know that you like to keep your cards close to your chest.
Yeah, well, that way they're safe from cheats, aren't
What are
they?
you suggesting?
Don't worry about it, Jack. The detective sergeant has a warped sense of humour.
Someone's grasped, son. I'm going to find out who it was.
Well, it wasn't me. I don't know enough to
Yeah,
go
all
and
right.
see if I wanted to.
Why don't I call the air wing and the dog squad, right? If we cordon off the area and do a line search, we're bound to pick her up.
I'll do that.
I
Bob,
want my uniforms to do.
you and your uniforms can get the hell out of here, sweetheart.
But that's ridiculous.
You've done enough damage as it is, don't you think? See ya. Bob, get on to...
See, for
air
real?
wing, dog squad.
You heard him.
Gone
We're out of
far.
here. Ben, Joe.
It's the only road in the area, so... They haven't gone past these goons.
What did PJ say?
He wasn't consulted.
I mean, how stupid is this bloke? We're just about to do a line search.
The driver couldn't have got far. I mean, it was only a matter of minutes.
I'm sure he had his reasons.
Yeah, like he didn't want us finding whatever had gone missing from the car.
Why couldn't he trust us? We're all in the same job here, boss.
What does he think we're going to do? Steal his precious cargo and make off with it?
Yeah, whatever it is. Come on, boss, you must have some idea.
I'm not at liberty to say.
That's ridiculous.
Parish,
Yeah, I know, but...
Look.
I mean, who does he think we are?
people all work in different ways. It's not my way. I trust you all implicitly.
Thanks, boss.
But Bernie O'Halloran isn't me, and he's doing a very difficult job the best way he knows how. All we can do is cooperate if and when we're required.
Meanwhile, we'll be good little mushrooms.
That's right, we will. Now, I'm sure you've got plenty of police business to be getting on with.
Yes, boss.
So, what do you reckon this mystery cargo is?
Joe, you heard the boss.
What, I'm not even allowed to speculate here?
Sarge, you obviously know this guy, Bernie. Where's he from?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we worked together in Broady years ago.
Really?
Right.
That's all I'm going to say, OK? Now drop it.
How are we supposed to do any work if no one tells us what's going on?
Well, you're a pair of coppers. Figure it out for yourselves.
All right, this Ford was obviously carrying something illegal.
Right. And Bernie knew the make of the car, so he must have had a tip-off.
But he didn't know where it was going to be delivered, which is why he had us watching it.
And someone knew it was coming and hijacked it.
Unless the driver knew that Bernie was going to be watching and decided to give him the slip.
No, she didn't have enough time to pull the log across the road and disappear before we got there.
Yeah, so what's the cargo?
Well, there's one way to find out. By working out what squad he's in. It's time for a few discreet phone calls.
Mount Thomas 508 to Mount Thomas 900.
Mount Thomas 900. Go ahead, PJ.
A Detective Sergeant O'Halloran wonders if...
Sergeant Gallagher could join him.
Sarge, you got the royal invitation.
I'll ask her. What's happened?
Well, unfortunately, Senior Detective Rob Garrett has sprained his ankle. He's going to have to go to hospital.
What a shame.
So Bernie needs a new offsider.
Yeah, tell him I'm on my way.
Oh, it comes of having city detectives tramping through the bush when you could use your locals.
Surprised it wasn't Bernie. Did you see his shoes?
They call him Gooch.
For Gucci. Figures.
And he's from the drug squad.
Drugs. Oh, that figures too.
So it was a consignment of drugs that was hijacked.
That's the most likely scenario,
But
yes.
what were they? And where were they going?
Not to mention who took them.
Oi! Don't you lot answer the phone anymore?
Yeah, sorry, boss.
Yeah, well, come on, look lively. Stuart Parrish, you've got a job on. Doug Healy reckons there's some sort of brawl on down at Spin Motors.
What the hell do you think you were doing? Stephen, Drunk, if you had half a brain, it'd be lonely. And who made you
Hey, that's enough.
Break it up.
Sit down before you fall down, mate.
What's going on? What's the story?
Head back there, head back.
Mr. Healy.
This one waltzed in and attacked my employee, Trevor, while he was peaceably washing cars.
You're Trevor.
Chocker.
What, he's in Block?
That's right, Trevor Block.
And you are, mate? You know this bloke?
Yeah. Bloody Jamie Mitchell.
Hey. Right, so who started it?
He did.
Mr. Healy?
If you mean who threw the first punch, I couldn't say. 1 minute he's working, the next they're bouncing each other off my cars.
All right, down the station, both of you. Come on.
Hey!
Through here, Mr. Mitchell.
Jamie.
G'day, Jack.
What, you know him?
Yeah.
Good, well, you can clean him up, eh?
Come on, Chocker, straight through here, mate.
Hey, that's not fair, all right? He assaulted me. I am the victim here.
Well, he's the one who's bleeding, so in you go.
In.
Looks like he won, mate.
Lucky punch.
Yeah? So what started it?
Oh, he's crazy. Off his nut.
We hit you for no reason.
What does it matter? It's over.
He might not see it that way.
Constable, would you mind? Mr. Block, like a glass of water?
Sure.
Are you sure you don't want medical attention?
I'm fine. Fine. Never fine.
You had any prior medical history?
You got any more water?
Mr. Block,
Ah, that's me.
you had any medication or any alcohol or drugs today?
Oh, sorry.
Chocker, are you on something?
On a chair. See?
You want to empty your pockets, Mr. Block?
Pockets.
Just stand up.
Go on,
I'm
up you get,
searching.
mate. Up you get.
Ooh, that tickles.
Yeah, right.
What are these?
Happy smiley faces for a party.
What party?
Shh. Got to be, in the know.
Just bloody hopeless. Do you want to take him outside? Get him a coffee. Send the
Up
other
you get,
fella in.
mate.
We'll
Out
see
we
what
go.
he's carrying.
Out we go. That's it. Out you get.
Want to give me a hint? What are you looking for?
You supplied drugs in any form to Trevor Block today?
No, I haven't.
Or ever?
No, what is this?
Look, you said yourself that Trevor was off his face on something.
Oh, don't look at me. I'm not the drugs kind of bloke. Ask him.
Yeah, he's from Merrijig.
It's not exactly a cast iron alibi.
That's what the fight was about, wasn't it? Drugs.
No.
What was it about?
It's stupid, okay? He insulted my mother.
Lawson?
Yeah, sorry, boss. Coming.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
Coffee doesn't seem to be helping.
No.
He's already always... Try and sit him down. Keep an eye
Yeah,
on him.
boss. Hey, mate. How you doing?
Ripper.
Yep.
Little Ripper.
Do you want to take a seat? All right, okay. Just take it easy there. All right. Now, you known Jamie for long?
Oh, not long. A few weeks.
Where'd you guys meet?
Ah, you know, around.
At a party?
Great dancer.
I mean, that boy can...
Take it easy, mate. You're a bit ripped, eh? A bit ripped, eh?
Ah, just a bit.
Sit down.
You got any more water?
Yep, sure. I'll be back in a tick. So what you taking? Hey, Chocker. Come back in, mate. Sorry, mate. Can't do that. Chocker.
You all right? What the hell happened?
Didn't touch him, boss.
I'll call an ambulance. So, any theories?
The Ambos reckon it's drugs, but they don't know what sort.
Stupid young idiot.
Makes it really hard to treat him properly.
You sure his mate in there doesn't know what he's on?
If he does, he's not saying. Maybe I could talk to him again.
How well do you know him?
He's a good bloke, boss. He's a country boy like me, from the high country, up Merrijig way. We started talking. We know some of the same people.
So you've got a bit in common.
Yeah, this is his first time in a big town.
Well, some country boys do get into trouble first time in a big town.
Yeah, not Jamie, though. No, he's a good bloke. He's working out at the Hislop's place. He's a great horseman. That's how I met him. He looks after Matilda for me every now and then.
You think he'll talk to you?
Yeah, he trusts me.
All right, it's worth a try.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
He's in a coma, mate. This could be the difference between life and death.
If I knew, I'd tell you, okay?
Okay.
So what happens if he carks it?
What?
Well, all you blokes reckon I assaulted him. Am I going to be in trouble?
Depends on what really started the fight.
I told you.
No, you told us some story about him insulting your mother.
Yeah, that's right.
And you and I both know that you can't even remember your mother.
Well, that doesn't mean he couldn't insult her memory, Jack.
Oh, get off the grass, mate. What's going on? Oh, this is serious. You can tell me.
Well, am I telling the mate or the cop?
Well, tell the mate what happened and let the cop figure out what to do about it.
Okay. The fight was over these pills he was popping.
What sort of pills?
I don't know. All I know is that I lent the stupid bastard some money to pay his rent because they were going to kick him out, and then I find he's blowing the lot on these stupid pills.
Where do you get them from?
Who's asking, Jack? The cop or the mate?
I'm not trying to lay charges here. I just want to find out what he's taken.
I don't know, anyway.
All right, so what happened after you found out about the pills?
I went to see him and I told him what I thought of him. He got all aggro and took a swing at me.
He hit you first.
That's right. I just defended myself. He went crazy.
Why didn't you say this earlier?
Come on, Jack. He might be stupid, but he's a mate. I wasn't about to dob him in on a drugs charge. So what now? You going to get him into more trouble or what?
Oh, look, that depends. Are you happy to drop all the assault charges?
Of course. Poor bastard's in hospital, for God's sake.
And you sure you don't know what he's taking?
Scout's honour, mate. Chocker liked to experiment. Could have been anything. So what's the cop going to do about it?
Leave it with me, all right? I'll try and sort it out if I can. It's a promise.
So nothing?
Nothing. Except the Chocker took the first swing, apparently.
Well, we're going to have to take his word on that for the time being.
Any idea what sort of drugs you hijacked this morning?
No, not so far.
What was that, Constable?
Just asking if there was any more word on what sort of drugs were hijacked this morning.
Well, Jack Lawson, what makes you think it was drugs that were hijacked?
You're from the drug squad.
And
Really?
the rest we deduced from the facts.
I'm talking to him, thanks. What else do you know about my business?
Nothing. It's just that I thought that, you know...
It's just that you're a junior smartass. Now, I'll say it once. You'll stay out of my business. You got that?
You heard the man.
So I guess this is the wrong moment to tell him about the smiley face stickers?
Why would he care?
More than a sticker to get a smile out of that knob.
Yeah, but they might just be relevant to his case.
How so?
Someone in the district was expecting a large shipment of drugs, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, what better venue to get rid of a bunch of drugs than a rave party?
Go on.
Back in Frankston, they used to put stickers or flyers with just a symbol on them around town. And it was a sign that there was going to be a rave on.
So someone's organising another rave party?
You're possibly the same person who's organised this drug shipment.
Well, could be.
So who'd know who's organising the rave?
Well, the last one around here was run by the B&S Ball Committee, Rowie Pringle.
Go have a chat to her.
Don't think,
No, bugger him. We should get some facts first.
Just don't take too long, eh?
I said on the telephone, you're not in any kind of trouble. We'd just like some help in a couple of matters.
Yeah, no problem.
You organised the last rave in town, didn't you?
Yeah, 10 grand to the local hospital. Not too bad, eh?
Very impressive. And you're organising the next one?
The underground? No. Oh, seen the stickers around, though.
The smiley faces.
Yeah, it's a code for the people in the know.
Oh, I guess that's why they call it the underground.
Exactly. The people in the know see the sticker and figure out something's going down, and they ask around till they find out where, what time, when it's on, etc.
You'd have to be one of those people in the know, wouldn't you?
Not in Mount Thomas. I mean, I've been to a couple in Melbourne, but not out here.
Any drugs at this rate?
Well, they won't be drinking raspberry cordial.
So, do you happen to know who supplies the drugs?
No idea. Really. Not to my area.
Okay, well, if you find out any more about this, you just let us know.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Chocker had a roll of stickers on him, so he must be helping organise this rave.
Yeah, and he's helped himself to some party drugs.
Ecstasy?
Well, more than likely, but how do we prove it?
Well, he didn't have any sort of stash on him.
No, but judging from the timing of his reaction, he would have been at work when he took them.
Well, any news on young Trevor? I got another 20 cars that need washing here.
Sorry, Mr. Healy, but he's actually overdosed. He's in a coma in hospital.
Drugs? Well, I knew something was up with the kid. Well, just between you and me, I've been on the verge of sacking him for a fortnight.
What for?
Well, just sheer bloody laziness. He's only been here a couple of months. First little while, he was great. You know, last couple of weeks, different kid. Must be the drugs, eh?
Yeah, well, we're anxious to assist his medical treatment by finding out exactly what it is he's been taking.
Oh, well, can't help you there, I'm afraid.
Well, you could assist us by allowing us to look through his locker.
We didn't get a warrant because we were sure you'd be keen to help clear this thing up.
Certainly. I don't want drugs in Mount Thomas any more than you do. I'll just grab some keys.
Do you want me to open it?
No, I think I'd better do that.
I hope you people will be discreet about this. It's not the sort of thing that I want getting around town.
Well, we're always discreet, but we don't give out guarantees.
What are they?
Your guess is as good as ours. We'll have to get these analysed.
Maybe it's in time to save young Trevor.
So do we.
Sorry to disturb you, Detective, but Constable Lawson has something that he wants to show you.
That's better than good.
We found some pills. Thought they might have something to do with the drugs that we're not supposed to know about.
Where'd you get these?
Spin Motors?
Owned by?
Doug Healy.
Is he on our list?
Well, he should be. He's definitely shonky.
We should check him out.
Doug helped us find them in a locker belonging to one of his employees, a Trevor Block.
Who is currently in hospital in a drug-induced coma.
Why wasn't I told about this?
Perhaps Constable Lawson would like to fill us in now.
Well, they were brought in for brawling this morning. Trevor was obviously high on something.
They,
He collapsed.
who's they?
His mate, Jamie Mitchell.
I suppose you let him go, right?
No, he's still waiting in the interview room.
I'll leave at last. Let's go.
Gee, thanks, Jack. Thanks,
Come on,
Joe.
Jack. Well, what do you want, a medal?
Thanks, it'd be nice.
Come on, Jacko. One for a chin wag. So, did she actually say the smiley faces meant drugs?
No, she wouldn't, would she? Not to two coppers.
But you've decided this Chocker was involved in this underground rave?
And that there's some kind of link to the missing drugs.
Or missing drugs?
Oh, come on, PJ, not you two.
Well, let's just say it's not my case to discuss, Jack.
All right, well, your mate Bernie recognised these pills just then.
Maybe. You really wanted to score a point out there, didn't you?
He keeps implying that I'm somehow to blame for all of this.
Look, I know he hasn't got the best manners and he's a bit painful at times, but it is his case. Jack, if you had your suspicions, you would have been better off going to me, Tess, or Bernie rather than blundering off yourself.
I did try.
Not hard enough, Jacko.
Okay, look, I promised Jamie that I'd...
Yeah, Lawson. What did you promise your mate, Jamie?
Nothing important.
Think I'll be the judge of that.
He's worried about Chocker being put up on a drug charge.
So you promised to suppress
I
evidence?
just gave you the evidence.
Exactly. So what did you promise?
I told you.
Bernie.
Think you should leave us, Lawson. My colleague and I have important matters to discuss.
Hey, I've sent some of those pills off for analysis.
Yeah?
And the boss reckons it's a public health issue now, so he's doing an interview for 3SD, just warning kids to be careful.
Good.
What's up?
What do you have to do to prove that you're trustworthy?
To the gooch. Don't worry about him, he's an idiot.
Jack, can you check an alibi for me?
Yep, right. Yep.
Great. Jamie Mitchell reckons he was shoeing a horse for Stephanie Hislop at the time of the hijack this morning.
Jamie
Get out
Mitchell, you
there.
can't honestly think that he's got anything to do with this?
It's just a routine check.
What's he supposed to have taken? The pills that Chocker took? Then why were they fighting?
Jake, I'm just asking
Oh,
you to
no,
check
no,
an
that's right. We're not
alibi.
supposed to know anything about drugs, are we? We can't be
right,
trusted with
worked
that
out
kind of
something.
information.
Sergeant, what are you doing?
Just explaining some background information.
To Constable Lawson.
Yeah, I've asked him to check Jamie Mitchell's alibi.
You are aware they have a personal relationship.
I'm aware that I trust my members to perform their duties regardless of any personal relationship they may have.
Okay. Then I'll trust him too.
Good.
Lead the way, Constable. We got an alibi to check. Stephanie Hislop?
Yes?
Right. Detective Sergeant O'Halloran. You know Constable Lawson?
No.
Today? Wondered if I could ask you a few questions, please.
What about?
Did you say drug squad? What's going on?
You are?
I'm David Hislop. I'm Stephanie's father. And I can tell you she's got nothing to do with drugs.
Well, then she has nothing to worry about. Just need to ask her a few questions regarding the whereabouts of the Jamie.
Don't answer that, Stephanie. I'm going to call our solicitor. You can't come out here making wild allegations like that.
Stephanie really has nothing to worry about, Mr. Hislop. Just need to know the whereabouts of a young Jamie Mitchell this morning.
Jamie?
Yeah.
Well, Jamie manages the stock for us when I'm in Melbourne and Stephanie's at uni. Why? What's he done?
We're not sure he's done anything, Mr. Hislop.
You just answer the question, please. Was Jamie Mitchell here this morning?
I was mending fences, yes, and I saw him first thing.
What time was that?
About 8 o'clock.
I saw him. One of the horses threw a shoe. He was just putting a new one on.
What time was that then?
Dunno, about 9.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for your time. The alibi checks out. Hislop's confirmed that Jamie was there between 8 and 9. Where is he? You can tell him he's in the clear.
Jake? Chocker died. They reckon the combination of drugs he took affected his heart, but they won't be sure until the autopsy.
Weren't the pills ecstasy?
Maybe that's what he thought he was taking, but it was actually a combination of heroin, LSD, amphetamines, God knows what else.
Yeah, Bernie reckons there's been hardly any MDMA and Australia-made ecstasy tabs for years.
Does Jamie know?
Not yet.
Don't tell him.
Dead. I didn't hit him that hard. And he was okay after that. You saw it. He was walking around.
Yes.
So what's going to happen now?
Homicide are going to have to get involved.
What? You're going to try and put a murder on me?
Jamie, take it easy.
Well, that's fine for you to say. You're not the one who's going to get done for this.
Jamie?
The other cop has been at me all morning. They reckon I'm mixed up in this drug.
Well, I'm going to do everything I can, okay?
Fat lot of good that'll do. You're the one who dumped me in this in the first place.
Well, come on.
If you hadn't told them about the pills, I wouldn't be in this
I had
mess.
to tell them
this
about
is all
the
your
pills.
bloody fault. You promised me you'd fix it.
I didn't promise you anything
now
like
I
that.
know
Now
what
just
your
take it
promises
easy,
were,
mate.
Jack.
Problem? No, boss, everything's fine.
All right, you sit down. Somebody else will be in a minute. Lawson, come through. Take a seat. Detective Sergeant O'Halloran has some very serious allegations about your recent conduct.
What sort of allegations?
To do with his operation. I'm sure he'll be able to explain.
Don't soft-selling, Tom.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Come on, no one's buying the country bumpkin act, Lawson.
Look, if you'll just settle down for a minute, I'm sure
I
we'll
know
sort
what I
this
know,
out.
Tom.
What?
I spot a crooked copper of mine.
Me?
Let's stop
Let's
pussyfooting
just
around
stick
here.
to the evidence.
All of which is circumstantial.
It's not helping anyone to throw wild accusations around.
He has been stuffing my operation from the start. Now, at first I was prepared to put it down to plain old-fashioned incompetence.
Back off,
But then there were just too many coincidences stacking up. And that's when I realised why he'd want to stuff my operation. Because you're in this up to your eyeballs, son. Do you have any prior knowledge to the drug courier coming into Mount Thomas this morning?
No, I didn't even know there was a drug courier coming to Mount Thomas this morning.
You ever taken drugs, Constable?
No.
Never.
No.
Go to rave parties?
No.
How would you class your relationship with Jamie Mitchell? Is he a mate?
He's not a very close one.
Now, you're not just saying that because we got him here in custody now, are you?
No.
You see, because someone tipped off whoever was going to pick up the drugs and got the courier through my checkpoints.
Well, it wasn't me.
Well, you conveniently forgot to record the details of that
No,
first car that
I
went
take
through
full
there.
responsibility for that.
Chocker dying, I guess, wasn't part of the plan.
What plan?
Was it? How old do you know Chocker?
I didn't know him at all.
Come on, you're in this all together.
Well, in what together?
As soon as he was in a coma, you decided to plant the pills in his locker, right?
Jeez, I don't have to listen to this.
Sit down.
I don't have to listen to this.
Let's just get through Detective Sergeant O'Halloran's questions, Jack. Take a seat. Are there any more?
There's a few. Sit down. Now, the last rave party, Jack, did you go to that?
No, I had to work. I swapped shifts.
You swapped shifts? To cover for your friends, I guess, eh?
No, it was nothing like that. Joe wanted to go out to a party that night.
To the rave?
I don't know.
Does Constable Parish like rave parties?
You'd have to ask her that.
Sure, I like a party. Why?
Well, you know the connotations of a rave party.
Not everybody is there to take drugs, you know.
Well, why do you go?
To dance. Somewhere for the young people in town to go and dance.
You have any information about this proposed rave party?
None. From what I can gather, it's some sort of underground thing for people in the know. Some sort of clique.
And you're not part of the clique, right?
I'm a police member. If they were planning something illegal, I'd be the last person they'd be involving in their plans.
Right. But you'd probably know people in this clique.
No. I know the people who organised the last rave here.
Rowie Pringle.
Yeah,
You had a chat to her today, didn't you?
that's right.
Even though you knew she might have information relating to my operation.
We were trying to help.
And that led you to search the locker at Spin Motors. Again, without my knowledge.
We were following a lead.
Now, did Constable Lawson suggest you search that locker?
No, we worked it out together.
Oh, it took the two of you. Did you know Jamie Mitchell and Constable Lawson were mates?
Look, the first time I've seen Jamie Mitchell is today.
Do you think he's been acting a little strange recently?
No differently to normal.
Do you think Constable Lawson would have information about this proposed rave?
No. Look, he wouldn't even come to the last one, all right? Detective Sergeant, we are all on the same side in this. None of us want drugs here. If you could bring yourself to realise that, we might just be able to help.
Well, if I need your help, Constable, I'll be sure to give you a call. And that'll be all, thanks.
You've been charged with offensive behaviour. You're being bailed on your own undertaking to appear at 10 a.m. at the Magistrates Court, St David's, on the 8th of November. Do you understand this? Sign here, please. The homicide squad have also indicated they'll need to talk to you again. They'll be in touch.
So I can go now?
For the time being, yeah.
Jamie, wait up.
What now? You want to put the other boot in?
Just listen to me, mate.
You let me down, Jack. As far as I'm concerned, we've got nothing left to say to each other.
What do you expect? You withhold information.
Joe, what did he ask you?
Well, I'm not supposed to discuss it, apparently.
I'm sorry I let slip about you going to the rave.
No, it's all right. It's okay. It's not your fault.
Hey, it's me he's after. Lawson.
I'm going to roster you off tomorrow.
Is this his idea or is it your idea?
Jack, don't take this personally.
This is personal, boss. He's out to get me.
It's better you stay out of O'Halloran's way, at least until his investigation's
I
complete.
don't
Then
know
we
what-
can sort this
I
out.
don't know what sort of proof he thinks
If
he's
you know
got.
I can't discuss it with you.
How can I defend myself?
It'll all come out in the official investigation.
What official investigation?
Well, ESD are going to have to investigate Chocker collapsing in the station.
So now I'm up on a death in custody
Don't
charge
be
too.
ridiculous. Monica Draper will ensure that the truth comes out about that as well as this other man.
Whatever O'Halloran's got, it's all circumstantial.
I know. Now, the best thing for you to do right now is to stay as far away from police work as possible.
This whole thing, it's a crock.
You know damn well I don't believe a word of it. Lawson, go. Go on.
Didn't expect to find you here.
I promised I'd look after Matilda. I keep my promises.
Jamie, there was nothing I could do.
We're supposed to be mates.
We are.
I guess it's cop first, mate second, eh? Look, you know I had nothing to do with drugs. What I told you in
I
confidence.
had to pass it on.
I'm under the gun here as well, all right?
The two blokes from homicide reckon I might still be up on manslaughter charges.
That'll depend on the result of the autopsy.
No, that's not what they said.
If it was an overdose, they won't be able to charge you. It won't stick.
I don't know who to believe anymore. What a mess.
Look, why don't I help you clean this stuff up and feed up the rest of the horse, and then we'll go grab a beer.
No, it's all right. Got to get back to the Hislops. I've got things to do. But thanks.
Give you a lift?
Come on, then.
Jack Lawson is the new drug baron of Mount Thomas.
Bernie has a problem with uniform members. He always has.
Instead of trying to sink coppers, he should be out there looking for the bloody drugs.
No, I think the gooch is wearing his tie too tight. I think it's cutting off the circulation to the brain.
This will all blow over.
He thinks everybody's on drugs.
That's probably what he's in there doing now, frisking the boss.
Right. Who's up for a drink?
No, just got a bit of work to do, Bernie.
I've got basketball practice, mate. Sorry.
Well, I guess it just leaves you and me, Tess.
I'm pretty tired, mate.
Huh?
Yeah, okay. Just the one.
Great. I'll just get my stuff.
What are you on about?
The gooch is gunning for Jack. You find out what else he's got on him.
What am I supposed to do?
Whatever you have to do, Teresa. He likes you. Hey, it's for Jack.
That's all right for you. I'm the one who's going.
You're not the only one who questions.
I bet you talked about me during your interview. Mostly.
Well, mostly.
Why don't we get a table next door?
Hang on, Jack. Hey, Jack, hang on. What do you make of those two?
Could be coppers.
It's not Bernie's, man.
Or ESD.
Now we are being paranoid. No.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing in a few days. I'll find fix.
I heard that Tom's radio interview cruelled the rave.
It's been called off. How do you know?
I heard some kids talking.
Well, they didn't happen to mention where it was going to be held, did they?
As a matter of fact, they did.
Just like old times, eh?
Get a grip, Bernie. There were never any old times between us.
Come on, that's not how I remember it.
A couple of dates when I was young and silly.
Why, you're still young. Very beautiful and definitely not silly.
Which is why none of your lines will work with me.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Absolutely positive. Have you got some other leads in this case? Apart from going after my people.
Yeah, I got a few.
What are they?
No, those lines aren't working.
Listen, Jack is a good copper. If he hadn't been left in the dark for so long, none of these complications would have come up.
Come on, Tess, you know how I work. Some strictly need to know basis. And they need to know just what I tell them, which at the moment is nothing.
Well, that's
okay?
not how we work here in Mount Thomas, right? We trust each other. We have to rely on each other. We don't have backup. It's the country, mate. It's different.
Yeah, it's different, all right. Everybody here seems to think they know my business.
And you should include them. You can't buy enough local knowledge.
Excuse me, Detective Sergeant. Thought you might be interested to know that the rave's been called off.
How do you know that?
Well, I have my sources. Local knowledge pays off sometimes. I also found out where it was supposed to be held. If you're interested. The Hislop Farm.
Good work, Joe.
Yeah, good work, Parrish.
Yeah. He's decided to give us a full briefing.
Why all of a sudden?
Tess convinced him.
I still don't trust this guy.
Come on, get dressed. We've got to get downstairs.
No, I'm better off out of it.
Jack, you're not going to be able to clear your name sitting around up here.
So where's this briefing?
Down in the parlour.
When?
Now, that's what I'm saying. Come on.
All right, keep your shirt on. Down in a tick.
Well, it was a couple of days ago that we got a tip-off. Yes?
I'm here for the briefing.
Who said you were invited?
I thought we were all included.
Well, you thought wrong. Look, I'm not going to continue if he's going to be here, okay?
Sorry, Jack.
So what's the story?
We were right. His ecstasy. He reckons the courier was tipped off and did a runner between the checkpoints.
What's he being so hush-hush for?
His theory is that she's probably hidden the shipment in the bush somewhere and she's going to go back for it.
Hidden it? I reckon I could find it. I know that bush out there really well. It's where I ride Matilda all the time.
But I doubt it. He's had force response unit out there for 24 hours and they've found zilch.
Yeah, but do they know where to look? Hey, could you give us a lift out to Matilda's paddock?
I only told you so you wouldn't be in the dark.
Oh,
right?
come on. Look, I'm going to go out there whether you give me a lift or not.
I'm supposed to be delivering summonses.
Big thrills, come on.
All right, let's go. Just make it quick, eh? Is that Jamie?
Yeah, it's definitely Hislop.
Pretty friendly. Wonder if that counts as sucking up to the boss.
Easy, easy, easy. Thought so.
Looks like you need to put her through a car wash.
Listen, Joe, don't tell anyone I'm out here.
You think I'm going to broadcast it?
If everything goes according to plan, I'll be back with the drug stash by lunchtime. Should get Bernie off my back.
Well, don't get too cocky. There's a lot of bush out there.
Yeah, but I know where to start looking.
How do you know that?
Wait and see if I'm right first. Then I'll tell you.
Right, now even you're working on a need-to-know basis. All right, I'll leave you to it.
So what we're looking for is someone with enough capital to bankroll that many kills.
That's what took you so long.
Sorry, boss.
Delivering a couple of simple summons shouldn't take you half the morning.
Yeah, well,
Someone out to do a business deal.
So someone with opportunity and healthy cash flow. It's got to be Hislop.
He's a doctor, isn't he?
Anaesthesiologist, but he'd have access to drugs, chemical know-how.
Yeah, has been known to happen.
And he's organising the rave. And he could be planning to sell drugs on the side.
I think we should check him out.
Joe, can you man the phones? We're a couple of members down.
Well, where's Ben?
Oh, Bernie sent him out to the hijack site to report back on the search. He's decided that our local knowledge is the way to crack the case.
Well, about time.
We also need to get some copies of this sent out. It's Juliet Rush, the drug squad sent it up from Melbourne.
Is it the courier?
That's what drug squad reckon. We need to show it around town, see if anyone spotted it.
Yeah, right. Mount Thomas Police, Constable Parrish speaking. Right, where? PJ. Okay. And what's your name, sir? All right, we'll get someone out there as soon as possible. Yep, bye. A female body's been found in the public toilets at Widgery Lookout.
Guess who found it?
She was just hanging there.
Certainly made a mess of it.
Oh, there's twigs in the hair. I'd say she was dragged through the bush. Shot through the kneecaps. So they were asking where the drugs were hidden, I'd say.
Can I...
Oh, sure. Yeah, but would you mind?
Just come with me, thanks, sir.
Any ID?
Oh, not that I found. But I'd say it was her.
You reckon she would have told them where she'd hidden the drugs?
Oh, I would. And you?
What time did you get here?
About 20 to 9.
So, Mr. Healy, how did you come to find the body?
Well, I was on my way to St David's and had to relieve myself, and that's when I found her.
Why were you going to St David's?
See a client.
This is the long way to go, isn't it?
I prefer the scenic route.
Doug, is there anything you want to tell us at all?
Well, I've told you, Sergeant, everything I know.
I mean, what you were doing on the female side of the toilets.
They're cleaner. So, is that all?
No, I think you need to come to the station. We'll have a quick chat, eh? Thanks.
No
Come
problem.
with me, Mr. Healy.
What do you reckon?
No, he's lying through his teeth.
Now, look, I've told you I'm fully willing to cooperate. There is no need to treat me like a criminal.
Get your statement, Mr. Healy, then you're free to go. After you. Go.
So it is the courier?
Well, there was no ID, but I'd say it's her, yeah.
So it looks like whoever lost their drugs has come looking for them.
And found them, I'd say. Or else they're still out there scouring the bush.
Well, either way, we've got dangerous armed defenders out there. I don't want any of you out there on your own.
Sarge?
What is it?
We've got a problem.
Jack's out there on his horse.
He thought he could find where the drugs were.
Why didn't you stop him?
I didn't even try. He has got a right to defend
Not
himself.
the way to do it, Joe.
I'm not even going to ask how he found out about the stash. PJ, you finished with Healy?
Yeah.
Lawson's taken it upon himself to go out and search for the drugs in the state forest.
Yeah, I bet he's taken it upon himself.
Shut it, Bernie.
Just no time for that crap. He's out there alone and unarmed. See if you can find him.
Where's he headed?
Well, he left on Matilda from the paddock where he keeps
All right, I'll get out there.
Keep me informed.
He's probably headed towards the hijack side.
All right, you two get out there. I'll get on to Stuart. He can meet you there. Mount Thomas 900 to Mount Thomas 208.
Ben.
Jack rode through this way about 10 minutes before the boss called.
Which way?
Towards the ridge. We've got some of the fellas up there now searching.
Does that track go up there?
Sure does.
All right, let's go.
Jack?
Can you hear that? It's Matilda. Come on.
Jack!
Jack! Here. Matilda's come through here.
Right.
So look up there. It's collected this branch. It must have come off somewhere around here. Be around somewhere.
I might have to walk back to town.
Jack!
Jack! Look.
Jack!
Jack!
Ben?
Jack!
Jack! Down here! Jack! Jack!
This way.
Jack, it's me. Can you hear me? Jack! Jack! He's got a pulse, but it's really faint.
Check his airways.
Ambulance.
Road. Jack, can you hear me? Jack! Tess? He's been shot.
What are we supposed to be looking for anyway?
A car.
I know that.
Look, I was planted in the same mushroom patch as you, remember?
Here we go.
You got that photo? Here we go.
No, this is Ned.
Oh, you better tell Ben and Joe.
250 to 2...
08. Got a Ford Courier coming through.
Last.
Disregard this vehicle, please.
Received 250.
Oh, that was exciting. First thing that's happened in 2 hours, and it turns out to be dud.
And to think this is peak hour.
Sarge?
That's it. Call it through.
208, the target vehicle should be approaching your location shortly.
Received that. You see anything?
No. Can't even hear it.
Mount Thomas 208 to 250. The target vehicle has
Not past our location.
Received 208. Just stay where you are. We'll be there in a sec, okay?
Copy that 250.
Where's the driver?
We don't know. We just got here.
Shit.
Do you want us to do a search? Bernie?
Oh, whole bloody lot. Gone.
What was she carrying?
See?
Yeah, we saw her drive past.
Exactly. Your job was to watch this car to make sure nothing like this happened. Mine was to worry about what she was carrying. Now tell me, genius. Who's not doing their job properly? So what do you got, genius?
Well, it wasn't cut recently, that's for sure.
Just been dragged across. What do you want us to do?
Why do you say that?
Because the other car got through. A couple of minutes ahead.
Got a car? Did you get the rego?
No, it was a red Ford Courier.
You didn't take the rego?
No, it wasn't part of the brief.
Are you really this stupid, Constable, or are you just pretending?
Hey, he's right, Bernie. We weren't asked to take rego details. In fact, if we'd had a better briefing on this, none of this would have happened.
Gallagher, you know me better than that.
I know that you like to keep your cards close to your chest.
Yeah, well, that way they're safe from cheats, aren't they?
What are you suggesting?
Don't worry about it, Jack. The detective sergeant has a warped sense of humour.
Someone's grasped, son. I'm going to find out who it was.
Well, it wasn't me. I don't know enough to
Yeah,
grasp
all right.
even if I wanted to.
Why don't I call the air wing and the dog squad, right? If we cordon off the area and do a line search, we're bound to pick it up.
I'll do that.
I
Bob,
want my uniforms to do.
you and your uniforms can get the hell out of here, sweetheart.
But that's ridiculous.
You've done enough damage as it is, don't you think? See ya. Bob, get on to...
See, for
air
real?
wing, dog squad.
You heard him. We're out of here. Bang! Joe!
It's the only road in the area, so... they haven't gone past these goons.
What did PJ say?
He wasn't consulted.
I mean, how stupid is this bloke? We're just about to do a line search.
The driver couldn't have got far. I mean, it was only a matter of minutes.
I'm sure he had his reasons.
Yeah, like he didn't want us finding whatever had gone missing from the car.
Why couldn't he trust us? We're all in the same job here, boss.
What does he think we were going to do? Steal his precious cargo and make off with it?
Yeah, whatever it is. Come on, boss, you must have some idea.
I'm not at liberty to say.
That's ridiculous.
Parish,
Yeah, I know, but...
Look.
I mean, who does he think we are?
people all work in different ways. It's not my way. I trust you all implicitly.
Thanks, boss.
But Bernie O'Halloran isn't me, and he's doing a very difficult job the best way he knows how. All we can do is cooperate if and when we're required.
Meanwhile, we'll be good little mushrooms.
That's right, we will. Now, I'm sure you've got plenty of